My child, listen carefully to my voice today, because what I am about to tell you has the power to change the way you see your current situation. You have spent so much time focusing on the doors that have closed in your life that you have almost missed the door I am preparing to open. You have looked at opportunities that disappeared, relationships that ended, plans that failed, and expectations that were not fulfilled. If you believe God is opening a door for you, type, "Amen! My door is opening!" At times, you wondered if I had forgotten you. At times, you questioned whether your prayers were reaching heaven. There were moments when disappointment settled heavily upon your heart, and you found yourself asking why things were taking so long. But I want you to know something today. The closed doors were never the end of your story. The rejection was never your final destination. The delays were never proof that I had abandoned you. I've been working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet fully understand, and I am opening a door that no person, no circumstance, and no power of darkness will be able to shut. For a long time, you have been standing in a season of uncertainty. You have been waiting for answers. You have been praying for direction. You have been seeking clarity regarding decisions, opportunities, relationships, finances, and purpose. Sometimes it felt as though you were walking through a hallway filled with closed doors. Every direction you tried seemed blocked. Every plan you made appeared to encounter resistance. Every attempt to move forward seemed delayed. But my child, there is a difference between a closed door and a dead end. Many of the doors that closed were never meant for you. Some opportunities looked good, but were not aligned with my purpose for your life. Some relationships felt important, but would have distracted you from your destiny. Some paths appeared promising, but would have led you away from the future I prepared for you. What you viewed as loss was often protection. What you viewed as disappointment was often redirection. What you viewed as rejection was often my mercy operating in ways you could not yet recognize. I know there were nights when you cried because things did not work out the way you expected. I know there were moments when your heart felt heavy from carrying unanswered questions. I know there were times when you wondered if your efforts were pointless. You invested time, energy, prayers, and hope into situations that did not unfold as you imagined. You tried your best. You remained faithful. You continued believing. Yet the outcome did not match your expectations. My child, I saw every tear. I heard every prayer. I felt every disappointment. Nothing escaped my attention. While you were mourning what was lost, I was preparing what was next. While you were focused on the door that closed, I was constructing a greater door that would lead you into a season beyond anything you had imagined. The enemy wanted you to become so discouraged by past disappointments that you would stop expecting future blessings. He wanted you to interpret delay as defeat. He wanted you to lose confidence in my promises. But I am speaking directly into that discouragement today. Do not allow temporary setbacks to convince you that my plan has failed. My plan has never failed, and it never will. My child, I want you to understand that I do not operate according to human limitations. People may close doors, but they cannot stop my purpose. Circumstances may become difficult, but they cannot cancel my plans. Delays may occur, but they cannot prevent my timing. There are situations that seem impossible from your perspective, but they remain completely possible from mine. You are looking at resources, qualifications, connections, and opportunities. I'm looking at purpose. You are looking at obstacles. I'm looking at outcomes. You are looking at what is available today. I'm looking at what I've already arranged for tomorrow. The reason you must continue trusting me is because I see what you cannot see. I know what is ahead. I know the people you have not met yet. I know the opportunities that have not appeared yet. I know the doors that are currently being prepared. I know the blessings that are already moving toward your life. Just because you cannot see them does not mean they are not real. What area of your life are you praying for God to open a door in? Finances, family, health, career, marriage, ministry. There is a reason why the enemy has fought you so intensely in recent seasons. There is a reason why discouragement has tried to overwhelm your thoughts. There is a reason why fear has attempted to weaken your faith. The enemy often attacks hardest when a breakthrough is approaching. He understands that if he can convince you to quit before the door opens, he can keep you from stepping into what I have prepared. He wants you to become tired of believing. He wants you to stop praying. He wants you to lower your expectations. He wants you to settle for less than my promises. But my child, do not quit now. Do not abandon your faith now. Do not walk away now. You have come too far to stop believing. You have endured too much to surrender your hope. The door I am opening is closer than you realize. I am calling you into a season of renewed expectation. I want you to stop looking backward and start looking forward. The past may contain lessons, but it does not contain your future. The disappointments of yesterday do not determine the possibilities of tomorrow. I know you have been hurt before. I know you have experienced rejection before. I know you have trusted people who failed you. I know you have pursued opportunities that disappeared, but I do not want those experiences to define your expectations. If you allow past pain to control your future vision, you will struggle to recognize the new things I am doing. The door I'm opening requires faith. It requires trust. It requires the willingness to believe that your best days are not behind you but ahead of you. I'm asking you to trust me again. I'm asking you to hope again. I'm asking you to believe again. My child, some of the blessings I am preparing will arrive in unexpected ways. You have been looking in one direction while I have been working in another. You have expected answers from certain sources, while I have been arranging answers from different places. This is why you must remain sensitive to my guidance. Do not become so focused on your own expectations that you overlook my opportunities. I often work in ways that surprise my children. I open doors they never considered. I create solutions they never imagined. I provide through channels they never expected. The blessing may not look exactly the way you planned, but it will accomplish exactly what I intended. Trust my wisdom more than your understanding. Trust my timing more than your schedule. Trust my vision more than your assumptions. The season ahead will require courage. It is one thing to pray for an open door. It is another thing to walk through it when it appears. Some of you have become so accustomed to waiting that stepping into a new season may feel unfamiliar. You have spent so much time enduring delay that progress may initially feel uncomfortable. But do not fear the new season. Do not fear the opportunities. Do not fear the changes. The same God who sustained you during the waiting season will sustain you in the season of fulfillment. The same God who carried you through difficulties will guide you through new opportunities. You are not stepping into the future alone. I'm going before you. I'm preparing the way. I'm making crooked paths straight. I'm arranging details that you cannot yet see. My child, hear my voice clearly today. The door I am opening is not dependent upon human approval. It is not dependent upon perfect circumstances. It is not dependent upon your own strength. It is dependent upon my purpose. And when I decide to open a door, no enemy can shut it. No critic can stop it. No obstacle can cancel it. No delay can destroy it. What I have ordained will come to pass. What I have promised will be fulfilled. What I have spoken over your life remains alive. Therefore, do not allow fear to dominate your thoughts. Do not allow discouragement to control your expectations. Lift your eyes and prepare your heart. The season is changing. The atmosphere is shifting. The breakthrough is approaching. I'm opening a door no one can shut, and the next chapter of your story is already beginning to unfold. If you're ready to walk through the door God has prepared for you, write, "Lord, I am ready." My child, as you continue listening to my voice, I want you to understand something that many people never fully grasp. The doors I open are different from the doors that human effort alone can create. Human doors depend on human favor. Human doors depend on circumstances, connections, and conditions. But when I open a door, it carries my authority. It carries my purpose. It carries my blessing. That is why no person can permanently block what I have determined for your life. They may delay it. They may oppose it. They may misunderstand you. They may underestimate you, but they cannot stop what I have already ordained. Too often, you have spent precious energy worrying about people who seem to stand in your way. You have wondered whether their opinions would prevent your progress. You have worried about criticism, rejection, and resistance. But I want you to remember that I am greater than every obstacle. I'm greater than every human opinion. I'm greater than every limitation. If I have called you, I will equip you. If I have chosen you, I will sustain you. If I have prepared a door, I will bring you to it at the appointed time. For many months, perhaps even years, you have felt as though your life was moving more slowly than you expected. You watched opportunities appear and disappear. You watched people move ahead while you remained in a season of preparation. You questioned why progress seemed so difficult. You asked why certain goals remained unfulfilled despite your prayers and efforts. My child, the answer is not that I was ignoring you. The answer is that I was preparing you. There are blessings that require preparation because receiving them without readiness could become a burden rather than a blessing. There are opportunities that require maturity because success without wisdom can lead to destruction. There are assignments that require spiritual strength because greater responsibility demands greater dependence upon me. Every lesson you learned during the waiting season was building a foundation. Every challenge you overcame was increasing your capacity. Every prayer you prayed was drawing you closer to the one who controls your future. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been meaningless. Every step has served a purpose. You have often focused on what you lost, but I want you to begin focusing on what remains. The enemy loves to magnify losses while hiding blessings. He wants you to become so distracted by what did not happen that you overlook everything that did happen. He wants you to focus on closed doors while ignoring open opportunities. He wants you to dwell on disappointments while forgetting victories. But today, I'm reminding you of my faithfulness. Think about all the battles you survived. Think about all the moments when you thought you would not make it through. Think about all the situations that seemed impossible. Yet here you are. You are still standing. You are still believing. You are still seeking me. That alone is evidence of my grace. The fact that you survived is proof that my hand has been upon your life. The fact that you continue moving forward is proof that my purpose remains active within you. How long have you been waiting for your breakthrough? Share your testimony journey below. My child, there are things taking place behind the scenes that you cannot yet fully understand. While you have been praying, I have been arranging. While you have been waiting, I have been preparing. While you have been wondering, I have been working. There are conversations occurring that you know nothing about. There are opportunities developing that have not yet reached your awareness. There are people being positioned who will play important roles in your future. There are doors being unlocked that once seemed permanently closed. Just because you cannot see movement does not mean movement is absent. Some of the greatest miracles begin invisibly. Seeds grow beneath the surface long before they break through the ground. Foundations are laid before buildings rise into view. Preparation often occurs in hidden places before fulfillment becomes visible. Trust the process. Trust my timing. Trust my wisdom. I am not late. I'm not confused. I'm not uncertain. I know exactly what I am doing. There have been moments when you felt tempted to settle. You became tired of waiting. You became weary of believing. You considered lowering your expectations to avoid future disappointment. You told yourself that perhaps it was safer not to hope too much. My child, do not settle for less than what I have prepared. Do not allow discouragement to shrink your vision. Do not let fear determine your future. The enemy wants you to accept limitations that I never placed upon you. He wants you to believe that your current circumstances are permanent. He wants you to assume that things will never change. But I am a God of transformation. I specialize in changing situations. I specialize in creating opportunities. I specialize in making a way where none seems possible. The future I have prepared for you is not determined by your current conditions. It is determined by my purpose. I know some of you are carrying burdens related to finances. You have prayed for provision. You have worried about responsibilities. You have wondered how certain needs will be met. My child, I'm your provider. I have never lost the ability to supply what my children need. Do not allow fear to dominate your thoughts. Continue being faithful. Continue trusting. Continue obeying my guidance. The door I am opening includes provision for the assignment I have given you. Where I lead, I also provide. Where I direct, I also sustain. Trust me with your needs. Trust me with your future. Trust me with the details you cannot control. Others listening to my voice are carrying burdens related to relationships. Some have experienced rejection. Some have experienced betrayal. Some have experienced loneliness. Some have wondered whether meaningful connections will ever be restored or established. My child, I know every detail of your heart. I know every disappointment. I know every wound. I know every prayer. Do not assume that temporary loneliness means permanent isolation. Do not assume that one painful ending determines the rest of your story. I'm able to bring the right people into your life at the right time. I'm able to restore what has been damaged. I'm able to heal what has been broken. Continue trusting me. Continue guarding your heart. Continue allowing me to lead your relationships. The door I open will bring alignment, not confusion. It will bring peace, not chaos. It will bring purpose, not distraction. My child, there is also a spiritual door I am opening in this season. Many of you have been asking for greater clarity regarding your purpose. You want to know why you are here. You want to understand the assignment I have placed upon your life. You want direction. You want confirmation. You want certainty. While I may not reveal every detail immediately, I am increasing your understanding. I'm helping you recognize gifts that I placed within you. I'm helping you see opportunities to serve, encourage, and influence others. I'm revealing pieces of your purpose, step by step. Do not become frustrated because you cannot see the entire picture. Most journeys are revealed one step at a time. Trust the guidance I provide today, and I will reveal what you need tomorrow. If this message was meant for you today, comment, "God spoke to me." One of the greatest mistakes people make is assuming that a closed door means the end of the story. Sometimes a closed door simply means that a different door is coming. Sometimes it means that timing is still being arranged. Sometimes it means that preparation is still taking place. Sometimes it means that protection is operating. You do not always know the reason immediately, but you can trust the one who does. Looking back, you will eventually realize that many of the doors you desperately wanted were never meant to be permanent parts of your journey. You will see how my wisdom protected you. You will see how my love redirected you. You will see how my timing preserved you. What seems confusing today will become clearer tomorrow. My child, I want you to prepare your heart for increase. Not only material increase, but spiritual increase. Increase in wisdom. Increase in confidence, increase in peace, increase in discernment, increase in influence, increase in opportunities to fulfill your purpose. The door I am opening is not simply about receiving blessings. It is about becoming who I created you to be. The blessing is connected to the purpose. The opportunity is connected to the assignment. The favor is connected to the calling. That is why I have spent so much time preparing you. I'm not merely trying to improve your circumstances. I'm shaping your destiny. Do not become distracted now. You are closer than you think. The enemy will continue trying to fill your thoughts with doubt because he recognizes the season you are entering. He wants you to question my promises. He wants you to focus on obstacles. He wants you to dwell on delays. But I want you to focus on me. Focus on my faithfulness. Focus on my promises. Focus on my character. I've carried you this far, and I will carry you farther still. I have sustained you through previous seasons, and I will sustain you through the next one. I've guided you through uncertainty, and I will guide you into clarity. My child, the door I am opening will not require you to force your way through. When my timing arrives, there will be a sense of peace. There will be confirmation. There will be alignment. There will be evidence of my hand. You will recognize that what is happening could not have been accomplished by human effort alone. You will see my fingerprints upon the situation. You will understand that I was working all along. The waiting season will make sense. The preparation will make sense. The delays will make sense. And your faith will become even stronger because you will see how faithfully I guided every step of the journey. So continue trusting me. Continue seeking me. Continue praying. Continue believing. Continue moving forward with confidence. The door is opening. The season is shifting. The breakthrough is approaching. What I have prepared for you is greater than what you have left behind. And what lies ahead will reveal the faithfulness that has been guiding you all along. My child, there is something I want you to remember whenever doubt tries to enter your mind. The door I am opening is not based upon your perfection. It is not based upon your ability to do everything right. It is not based upon a flawless past or a perfect record. If blessings depended entirely upon human perfection, no one would receive them. The door I am opening is connected to my grace, my mercy, and my purpose. Too often, you have disqualified yourself because of mistakes you made in the past. You have replayed old failures in your mind. You have remembered moments when you fell short. You have allowed guilt to convince you that you are unworthy of greater things. But my child, if I have forgiven you, why are you continuing to condemn yourself? If I have chosen to move forward with your story, why are you remaining trapped in old chapters? The enemy wants you to live with your eyes fixed on your failures because he knows that a person focused on yesterday struggles to embrace tomorrow. But I am calling you forward. I'm calling you out of regret and into purpose. I'm calling you out of fear and into faith. I'm calling you out of hesitation and into obedience. What door are you trusting God to open that no one can shut? Leave your prayer request in the comments. For some time now, you have been asking me for signs. You have been asking for confirmation that you are still on the right path. You have been asking whether your prayers are making a difference. You have been asking if your future will truly be different from your present. My child, this message is one of those confirmations. I want you to know that I have not forgotten the desires I placed within your heart. I have not forgotten the dreams that align with my purpose. I have not forgotten the prayers you have prayed repeatedly. There were moments when you thought heaven was silent, but silence does not mean absence. Silence does not mean inactivity. Silence does not mean rejection. Sometimes I work quietly. Sometimes I build foundations beneath the surface. Sometimes I arrange details without announcing every step. But my work continues, whether you can see it or not. The same God who works visibly also works invisibly. The same God who performs miracles publicly also prepares them privately. My child, many people around you may not understand what I am doing in your life. They may look at your circumstances and draw incorrect conclusions. They may see delays and assume failure. They may see waiting and assume weakness. They may see preparation and mistake it for lack of progress. But they do not see what I see. They do not know what I know. They do not understand the purpose I have placed upon your life. This is why you cannot allow the opinions of others to determine your confidence. If you build your identity upon human approval, you will constantly feel unstable. One day people will praise you. Another day they may criticize you. One day they will support you. Another day they may misunderstand you. but my opinion of you remains constant. My purpose for you remains unchanged. My calling upon your life remains active. Let your confidence come from me rather than from the shifting opinions of people. I know there were times when rejection wounded your heart deeply. Some doors closed unexpectedly. Some opportunities vanished without explanation. Some people walked away when you thought they would remain. Those experiences left questions. They left scars. They left disappointments. Yet even in those painful moments, I was protecting your future. Some of the people who left could not go where I am taking you. Some of the opportunities that disappeared would have limited your growth. Some of the doors that closed would have distracted you from your purpose. The pain was real, but the protection was also real. One day you will look back and thank me for doors you once begged me to open. One day you will understand why certain relationships ended. One day you will see how my wisdom preserved you from paths that appeared attractive but would not have led to fulfillment. My child, I want you to stop viewing yourself as someone who is merely surviving. You are not called to spend your life simply enduring circumstances. You are called to fulfill purpose. You are called to influence others. If you refuse to give up on God's promises, declare, "I will keep believing." You are called to walk in the gifts I placed within you. The waiting season may have felt like survival, but the next season will require intentional movement. It will require courage. It will require faith-filled action. When I open the door, do not allow fear to keep you standing outside. Too many people pray for opportunities and then hesitate when those opportunities arrive. They ask for change, but become uncomfortable when change begins. They ask for growth, but become fearful when growth requires risk. My child, trust me enough to move when I tell you to move. Trust me enough to step forward when I create an opening. Trust me enough to believe that if I open the door, I will also provide what you need to walk through it. The season ahead will contain moments that stretch your faith. You will encounter opportunities that seem larger than your current abilities. You will face assignments that appear greater than your experience. You will see possibilities that challenge your comfort zone. Do not be intimidated by those moments. Remember that I rarely call my children into situations that require only their own strength. I often lead them into places where they must depend upon me. Dependence is not weakness. Dependence is wisdom. When you rely upon me, you gain access to resources beyond your own limitations. When you trust me, you discover strength beyond your own capacity. When you follow me, you experience guidance beyond your own understanding. My child, one of the reasons I allowed you to walk through difficult seasons was to teach you that your security is not found in circumstances. Circumstances change. People change. Opportunities change. Economies change. But I do not change. If your peace depends entirely upon external conditions, your peace will constantly fluctuate. But if your peace is rooted in me, it can remain stable even when circumstances are uncertain. Throughout this waiting season, I have been teaching you to anchor yourself in my presence rather than in temporary situations. That lesson will become invaluable in the future. The greater the opportunity, the more important it becomes to remain rooted in me. The greater the blessing, the more important it becomes to remain humble. The greater the influence, the more important it becomes to remain dependent upon my guidance. I know there are areas of your life where you still feel weak. There are insecurities you have not fully overcome. There are fears you still battle. There are questions you still carry. My child, do not wait until you feel completely fearless before obeying me. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing faith despite fear. Many of the people I used throughout history felt inadequate when I called them. They questioned themselves. They doubted their abilities. They worried about their limitations. Yet I worked through them because they chose obedience. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to trust me. I'm not asking you to know every detail of the future. I am asking you to follow my guidance one step at a time. Type the name of one person you want God to bless and pray for today. As the door begins to open, there will be moments when you are tempted to look backward. You may remember past failures. You may remember previous disappointments. You may remember times when things did not work out. But I want you to remember something important. The future is not obligated to repeat the past. Just because something failed before does not mean it will fail again. Just because a door closed before does not mean every door will close. Just because a season contained disappointment does not mean every season will contain disappointment. I am doing a new thing. I'm creating new opportunities. I am leading you into new territory. Do not allow yesterday's experiences to limit tomorrow's possibilities. My child, gratitude will be one of your greatest strengths in the season ahead. Continue thanking me before you see the full manifestation of the blessing. Continue praising me before every answer becomes visible. Continue recognizing my faithfulness even while details are still unfolding. Gratitude keeps your heart aligned with me. Gratitude protects you from bitterness. Gratitude protects you from pride. Gratitude reminds you that every good thing ultimately comes from my hand. As you move into this new season, let gratitude remain a constant companion. The enemy expected your faith to collapse during the waiting season. He expected you to become cynical. He expected you to become bitter. He expected you to stop believing. Yet here you are. You are still listening. You are still seeking me. You are still holding on to hope. That perseverance matters more than you realize. Every time you chose faith over fear, you became stronger. Every time you chose prayer over despair, you became stronger. Every time you chose trust over discouragement, you became stronger. Those choices have prepared you for what lies ahead. So lift your head, my child. Stop looking at yourself through the lens of your past. Stop measuring your future by your current circumstances. Stop assuming that delays mean denial. I'm still writing your story. I am still arranging your steps. I'm still fulfilling my promises. The door is opening. The season is changing. The opportunities are approaching. And what I am bringing into your life will reveal that my timing was never late. My purpose was never lost. And my hand was never absent. Remain faithful. Remain expectant. Remain close to me. The best chapters are still ahead, and the door I am opening will become a testimony of my faithfulness for years to come. If you believe your season is changing, write, "My breakthrough is coming." My child, as you stand at the edge of this new season, I want you to understand that the door I am opening is not merely a single opportunity. It is the beginning of a new chapter. It's the beginning of a season where you will begin to see the results of lessons learned, prayers prayed, tears shed, and faith maintained. For so long you have focused on endurance. You have focused on surviving difficult days. You have focused on making it through challenges that seemed never-ending. But I am calling you to shift your perspective. You are not merely surviving anymore. I'm preparing you to move forward with confidence, purpose, and expectation. The waiting season taught you many things, but it was never intended to become your permanent residence. It was a classroom, not a destination. It was a preparation ground, not the final assignment. Now I'm inviting you to step into a season where preparation begins meeting opportunity. There were many times when you questioned whether your efforts mattered. You wondered whether your prayers were accomplishing anything. You wondered whether your faithfulness was making a difference. You continued doing the right thing even when results seemed absent. You continued trusting me even when answers appeared delayed. You continued walking with integrity even when compromise seemed easier. My child, every act of obedience mattered. Every moment of faithfulness mattered. Every choice to trust me mattered. The world often celebrates visible results, but heaven also celebrates faithful obedience. Many of the greatest victories are built upon countless unseen choices to remain faithful when nobody else is watching. I saw those choices. I saw your consistency. I saw your perseverance. I saw your determination to continue believing, even when circumstances challenged your faith. And now those seeds of faithfulness are beginning to produce fruit. My child, one of the reasons the enemy fought you so fiercely was because he recognized the value of what lies ahead. He understood that if you ever fully recognized who you are in me, many of the lies he used against you would lose their power. For years he tried to convince you that you were not enough. He tried to convince you that you lacked what was necessary. He tried to convince you that your mistakes defined your future. He tried to convince you that your setbacks were permanent. But the enemy has always feared what happens when one of my children begins to see themselves through my eyes instead of through the lens of fear. When you begin to understand your identity in me, confidence replaces insecurity. When you understand your identity in me, purpose replaces confusion. When you understand your identity in me, hope replaces despair. The enemy knows this, which is why he has worked so hard to keep you focused on your weaknesses instead of my strength. Before you leave, declare this by faith: the door God opens, no one can shut. But today, I want you to remember who you are. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. You are not disqualified. You are my child. You are loved. You are chosen. You are called. You are guided. You are sustained by my grace. The world may attempt to define you according to your failures, but I define you according to my purpose. People may focus on what went wrong, but I focus on what I am building. Others may see limitations, but I see potential. Others may see obstacles, but I see opportunities. Others may see delay, but I see preparation. That is why you must learn to agree with my perspective rather than with fear. Fear has spoken long enough. Doubt has occupied enough space in your thoughts. It is time to believe what I say about you. My child, the next season will require discernment. Not every opportunity that appears is necessarily the door I am opening. Not every invitation is aligned with your assignment. Not every path leads to purpose. This is why staying close to me remains essential. The closer you remain to my presence, the easier it becomes to recognize my guidance. Some doors will look attractive but lead to distraction. Some opportunities will seem appealing but lead away from your calling. Do not allow excitement to replace wisdom. Continue seeking me. Continue listening for my voice. Continue asking for direction. I delight in guiding my children. I'm not trying to hide my will from you. I'm leading you step by step. Trust that I know how to direct your path better than anyone else. There are also relationships that will become increasingly important in the season ahead. Some people will enter your life as sources of encouragement, wisdom, and support. Some will help you grow. Some will challenge you to become better. Some will remind you of truths you need to hear. My child, be grateful for the people I send into your life. Healthy relationships are gifts. Wise counsel is a gift. Genuine encouragement is a gift. Do not isolate yourself. Do not assume that you must carry every burden alone. I often work through people. I often provide support through relationships. I often answer prayers through conversations, connections, and opportunities that arise through others. Remain open to the ways I choose to work. At the same time, I want you to release the need to prove yourself to everyone. Some people may never fully understand your journey. Some may never appreciate your growth. Some may continue judging you according to old versions of yourself. That is not your burden to carry. Your responsibility is not to convince everyone. Your responsibility is to remain faithful to me. When you focus too heavily on earning approval, you can become distracted from your purpose. Let me be your source of validation. Let me be your source of identity. Let me be the voice that matters most. The opinions of others will always change, but my truth remains constant. If you're ready to walk through the door God has prepared for you, right, Lord, I am ready. My child, there are blessings coming that will require stewardship. Many people pray for increase, but fail to prepare for responsibility. They ask for opportunities, but neglect discipline. They ask for influence, but neglect character. They ask for greater blessings, but fail to manage current ones faithfully. Throughout this waiting season, I have been teaching you stewardship. I have been teaching you responsibility. I have been teaching you faithfulness in small things. Those lessons are not insignificant. The way you handle small assignments often determines your readiness for larger ones. Continue being faithful with what you have today. Continue honoring me in the season you are currently in. Continue serving with excellence. Continue demonstrating integrity. These habits will support you when greater opportunities arrive. My child, there will be moments in the coming season when things move faster than you expected. After long periods of waiting, sudden movement can feel surprising. Opportunities may arise quickly. Answers may arrive unexpectedly. Doors may open in ways you did not anticipate. When those moments come, do not panic. Do not become overwhelmed. Remember that I have been preparing you all along. What appears sudden from your perspective has often been developing for a long time behind the scenes. The blessing may seem sudden, but the preparation was not sudden. The opportunity may appear quickly, but the groundwork has been laid through months and years of preparation. Trust the process. Trust my timing. Trust my ability to bring things together at the right moment. I also want you to guard your peace carefully. The enemy knows that he may not always be able to stop a blessing, but he will often try to steal the peace that should accompany it. He will attempt to fill your mind with worry. He will attempt to create unnecessary fear. He will attempt to distract you with endless questions about the future. But my child, peace is one of the gifts I want you to carry into the next season. Peace does not come from having every answer. Peace comes from trusting the one who holds every answer. Continue bringing your concerns to me. Continue releasing your anxieties to me. Continue remembering that you do not have to carry the weight of tomorrow by yourself. The journey ahead will also provide opportunities for growth that you cannot yet fully imagine. Some lessons can only be learned through experience. Some wisdom can only be gained through walking the path. Do not be afraid of growth. Do not be afraid of learning. Do not be afraid of stepping into unfamiliar territory. Every new season contains opportunities to become stronger, wiser, and more dependent upon me. Embrace those opportunities. Remain teachable. Remain humble. Remain willing to learn. A teachable heart is a powerful asset because it allows me to continue shaping and guiding you. If this message was meant for you today, comment, "God spoke to me." My child, one day you will look back at this season and recognize how faithfully I led you. You will see connections that are currently invisible. You will understand lessons that currently seem difficult. You will recognize blessings that are still approaching. You will realize that my hand was guiding you through every delay, every challenge, every disappointment, and every victory. What seems uncertain now will become clear. What seems confusing now will make sense. What seems delayed now will reveal its purpose. And when that day comes, your faith will be stronger because you will know through experience that I truly am faithful. Until then, keep moving forward. Keep trusting me. Keep seeking my presence. Keep believing my promises. Keep expecting my goodness. The door I am opening is real. The opportunity is real. The purpose is real. The future I have prepared for you is real. Do not allow temporary circumstances to convince you otherwise. I'm still working. I'm still leading. I'm still preparing. And what I have begun, I will bring to completion. The chapter ahead is filled with purpose, growth, favor, and opportunities that will reveal my faithfulness in ways greater than you have yet experienced. So take courage, my child. Lift your eyes. Strengthen your faith. The door is opening, and what lies ahead is greater than what you leave behind. Type the name of one person you want God to bless and pray for today.